Okay, in my last video about losing 80 pounds, in my comments, a lot of you had questions, and I decided to make this video so that I can answer some of the questions that were frequently asked in that video. Well, one of the biggest questions that I got was how many calories a day that I eat. Well, let me start off by telling you I need to be totally honest with you guys, and I wasn't completely honest when I told you about my why. I told you a part of my why, and I was a little bit embarrassed about the second part of my why, but let's just be very transparent. That's what I want to do here. So, in doing so, the second part of my why is about vanity. I wanted to look good again. I wanted to feel like myself again. You see, this is what was going on in my life to lead to my weight gain. And I'm going to share this with you in the hopes that maybe this will help you. Um, I was in my early 50s and I was going through menopause and it was awful. It was horrific for me. And if you know, you know. I mean, I was having the hot flashes, I was having the night sweats, and I was having several per day. It was like I was losing my mind. I couldn't think straight. I remember going to a family function and saying to my mother and her four sisters, "You guys never told me it was going to be like this. Why didn't you guys prepare me?" And I just remember them just kind of laughing. They thought it was funny. Well, it was not funny to me, and it wasn't funny to me at all. But this is where I was. And because I couldn't think straight, I just began to do really, really bad things. My whole life changed at that point. I had a lot of stressful things happening, in my families. There were some relationships that needed to be mended, and it was just a lot. It was a stressful time again. It's my early 50s. I got this new grandchild. I got a lot going on. And the next thing I know, I am ballooned to 220 pounds. Um, I'm going into fast food, like I'm barely cooking at home, and when I do cook, in my brain I think that, you know if I eat smaller portions of whatever I'm having, that I'll be okay. If I eat one meal a day, that I'll be okay and just have what I want. I was thinking stuff like that, and on a certain level those things kind of work, but I didn't have any science. I had nothing to back me up. I had no real blueprint. And I was out there doing stuff like, pulling up to McDonald's and getting, like a Big Mac and, a large fry and a large drink. You know what? That's huge because on keto, you do not count carbs on keto. On keto, you rather than counting carbs, I'm sorry, you don't count calories. Again, it's not the calories that you count carbs. You can have as many calories as you want, but you're going to find that the foods that you're allowed to eat on keto, it's not about that. They're low carb vegetable options. Because we're just going to take away anything that's not a vegetable and not a meat. We're just not going to mess with it. That's just kind of what keto is. You're just eating really, really clean, whole foods, okay? Foods that have not been complicated or compromised with processing. Because what processing does is it takes all of the fiber and all the good stuff out of the food, and it adds in all of the carbs and the bad stuff. To the preservatives is what gives it that shelf life. But we're going to get to that. I'm getting ahead of myself. Again, I was doing stuff like that. So if I go in and I have a meal like that at McDonald's, um, 220 carbs for one meal, phew, and then I leave there. Let's just say it's Taco Tuesday. I could just remember typical day like this. It's Taco Tuesday, so I go to my favorite margarita spot later on for dinner that day, and I decide that because I've been good and it's Taco Tuesday, I'm gonna have me a large frozen strawberry margarita, and I'm gonna have, a burrito or whatever it is that I'm gonna have. Anything else that I had was probably fine, but that large frozen margarita, guess what? That thing has like 80 carbs alone. It was just like a host of bad decisions and bad choices that I was making that were just really killing my self-esteem, because for me, my self-esteem was very much attached to how I looked. And I believe that's true for most women. I think, no, for most people, even children, we want to look good. That thing that they say about when you look good, you feel good, it's true. They're not lying, because I have looked my worst. Again, I used to weigh 220 pounds, and that was the worst time for me. But now at this much lower weight of around, I like to keep my weight at around 140. I look amazing at 139. I'm very, very chiseled. I look fantastic, but my body really feels comfortable at about 140, 142, something like that. Really like 143. I'm gonna be honest. I said transparency, right? It's 143. That's what I weighed when I got up this morning. Okay. Um, but yeah, vanity. It was my granddaughter, and it was vanity. I just wanted to look good. I just wanted to walk into rooms again and not be ignored. I wanted men to be drawn to me again. I wanted to feel like myself again. And menopause, I did not look like myself, and I no longer felt like myself. So yeah, that's the true that's the truest why for me. So that why was huge. And when I was able to achieve my goal, that why still looms ahead of me. It's right there. I still want to look good when I enter a room. Even at 63, yeah, I still want the attention of men. I do. Yeah, I still want children to look at me. I still want to wear fun clothes. And I can do all of that at this weight. But when I was just going out there and eating without any kind of science, without any kind of knowledge. And they don't tell us this. I mean, it wasn't my fault that I had ballooned to that size. I didn't know. I didn't have the information. They told us, that all the things that they say we should be eating on their food scale, it's not true. Doctors don't know, and they don't teach us this kind of thing. The things that they told me to eat, oatmeal, bowl of oatmeal, that bowl of oatmeal in the morning, that sets me up for failure. That bowl of cereal, that sweet treat, that muffin, or that bagel, or that piece of toast, none of those things are good for me in the morning. I shouldn't be having carbs to start my day. I should be starting my day with protein. I should be starting my day with eggs, with bacon, with sausages. That's the way you should be eating. You should be eating dense foods that are going to fill you up and sustain you. Not some carb that's going to, feel good because it's sugary and give you energy in that moment, but you're going to have a crash 2 hours later, because that's what happens when you eat carbs. I mean, when I eat carbs, I love carbs. Still to this day. I mean, I still love them. It doesn't go away. I mean, they just don't scream my name. I know better, so I can resist them. I just pretty much stay away from them. Now, sweets, that's a whole nother thing, and we'll get to that later. But to get back to just the things that you can't eat, once you eliminate all the things that you can't eat, you begin to focus on the stuff that you can eat. And when, like I said, 50 carbs, I want you to think about 50 carbs. That's how many carbs that you want in your diet for the entire day. And think about it like this. Let's just say you get up in the morning and you decide you're going to have eggs and bacon. That's typically what I would have in the morning. So an egg, I'll usually have two. This morning, I had 3 eggs. They were scrambled, and I had them with bacon. I had 5 strips of bacon. Yes, I ate all 5 strips of bacon. But you could do that. Okay. Again, I do not count calories. I count carbs. The eggs were roughly 7, well, probably closer to 10 carbs for the eggs. The bacon, 0. Yeah, you heard me. 0 carbs. All meat, 0 carbs. Bacon, pork chops, ribs, sausages, chicken, ham, steak, lamb chops, hot dog. No, not hot dogs. I'm gonna take that one off. Some hot dogs, not all hot dogs. Any kind of meat, sea bass, catfish, um, perch, tilapia, shrimp. zero carbs. You can eat those things until you are full. Um, Count the carbs on everything else that you eat, and everything else that you eat. Again, if you are doing keto the proper way, you're only going to eat meat, veggies, eggs, and pretty much, you're going to have a little bit of fruit. And the fruits would include only berries, strawberries, blueberries, and blackberries, raspberries. That's it. Anything else in fruits, initially, for the first 5 months, I did not touch any of it. I was really, really strict, and I saw immediate and fast results. But again, let's just get back to all of the vegetables that you can have. You can have collard greens, you can have mustard greens, turnip greens, you can have green beans, um, you can have cauliflower, you can have cauliflower rice, you can have Brussels sprouts, you can have tomatoes, you can have red bell peppers, green bell peppers, um, yellow bell peppers. You can have, oh my God, there's so many veggies. There's so many veggies. There's just a huge list of them. You can have zucchini, you can have mushrooms, you can have kale, you can have cucumbers, you can have tomatoes, you can have any kind of lettuce that you want. You can have radishes, you can have Swiss chard, bok choy, you can have any kind of onions, red, white onions, any of these things. The carb count on these portions are really low. Now, where you're going to have to really watch it is avocados. They're really dense. They're good for you. You can eat them, but the carb count, an avocado has, I want to say, about 15 carbs in a full avocado. So that's one of the ones that's going to be high. Now, the veggies that you want to stay away from, they would include corn. They would include green peas, potatoes, of course, um, any kind of bean out there, white beans, black-eyed peas, butter beans, red beans, speckle beans. Beans are not your friends right now. They are loaded with carbs. Just stay away from them. But the vegetables that I mentioned, you can cook those in olive oil. Have as much olive oil as you want. Again, keto is high fat, low carbs. The carbs are the only thing that you want to avoid on this diet. And if it's white, just think about it like eating something that's white, or the the derivative of it came from something white, being sugar, uh, potatoes, pasta, any kind of pasta. Stay away from it all. If you are really, really serious about this journey, you're going to stay away from those things. They just are not going to honor, just think about the version of yourself that you want, how you see yourself, how you want to be. And I'm going to share a little story with you right here about how I wanted to be. Like I said, I was 200 pounds, and I just can remember this one night. I was going to a seafood party. My sister, my youngest sister, she had invited me, and I had been looking forward to this, and my other sisters were going to be there. It was kind of like a family thing, and I was excited about going there. And I can remember just selecting this outfit. And again, I'm in my early 50s, but this outfit that I selected it was really a lot. It was really over the top, but I didn't know how to dress this huge body, and it was really dressy. It wasn't casual. I lost that casual girly thing. And I remember my sister calling me. Um, she had arrived at the party, and she called me as I was en route, and she said, "Hey, are you I think she just really called to just let me know that everybody there was really casual, and because she knew that I always showed up someplace just kind of weirdly overdressed because I didn't know what to do with my body. And she said, everybody here's got like sneakers on, and like everybody's really casual. What are you wearing? And I'm like, oh, I got on sneakers too. I did not have on sneakers. I had to, make a U-turn and go back home and change clothes and dress down. And it took me the longest time to find a casual outfit because I didn't have casual clothes. I didn't really wear casual clothes at the time. And as you guys know, you look weird if you go someplace and you're dressed up now. You have to be casual. People look at you kind of, well, I guess in the spaces that I'm in, I don't go to spaces where people are dressed. We are just really casual nowadays. I mean, Everything is at leisure wear. It's just, it's not what it used to be anymore. So that being, yeah, my nail, I know, right? And my nail. I put these on a couple of weeks ago, but again, getting off topic. I'm sorry. Um, the at leisure wear, it's just everything is really, really casual. And I just remember thinking as I was getting dressed that, I got to do something about this weight. I remember saying to myself, because I gotta present myself better. I remember thinking I look like an old lady, and it was because that's the way I had begun to see myself. I was presenting myself. I felt that way, and I saw myself that way. And I knew that I wanted to see myself differently. I knew that a year from that day, I knew that the person that I visualized myself being was this person that was happy, this person that had on cute outfits, this person who was fresh and fun, and this person who entered a room not, timid, but a person who entered the room with energy and confidence because, hey, I'm cute. And achieving this weight loss goal, it really did do that for me. It just pushed me out there, and I feel amazing. And I want this for you too. So I want you to get a picture of how you look. I want you to get a picture of how you move, how you enter a room, the kind of clothes that you wear, the kind of food that you eat, the kind of exercises that you do. I want you to get a good mental picture of who that person is. And I want you just to begin to act that way, to begin to move and to do things that support the version of the person that you want to be a year from now. And I guarantee you that if you bet on yourself and you get out there and you try this keto thing, you will be fine. But again, I divert. Let's get back to, I told you what I would have for breakfast. Now, what I'm going to have today for lunch is, I went out shopping yesterday and I got mustard greens and collard greens, and I got catfish, and I'm gonna do ribs because I love me some ribs. I'm gonna throw me some ribs up in the crock pot because it's Super Bowl Sunday, and I don't think I'm going to. I don't think I'm doing that. I think I'm just gonna stay at home. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna have that, and I got some candy yams, but I don't think I'm gonna. I don't. Well, I got some sweet potatoes that I could make some candy yams with, but I don't think I'm gonna do that today. I think I'm just gonna make the greens and the ribs, and I'm gonna do some coleslaw instead. So just some coleslaw, and that will be for my lunch at work tomorrow as well. That's what I'll do with the leftovers. And yeah, that'll be that. And if I want a snack, I made some Italian sausages yesterday, so I'll do some Italian sausages, and I'll make there's a Caesar salad in there, and I'll just do a Caesar salad. I No, I do not measure dressing. Whenever I have salads, I always have salads with either Caesar dressing or blue cheese dressing because they are the lowest in carbs. I think they are 1 gram of carbs per tablespoon. No, I do not measure tablespoons. I like a lot of dressing, so I just kind of pretty much pour as much dressing as I want. Because I'm 8 years in now, my body kind of supports me now. I can trust my body. I can trust the choices. Yeah, it comes with time. It was not this way for me at the beginning, guys, but trust me, if you get on this plan and you get really, really strict, until 5 months from now, you will not know yourself. This is the beginning of February. If you start and you get really, really serious about your life, about yourself, about the way you want to present yourself, baby, come summer, the first of summer, you will totally transform your body that quickly. I will guarantee it. You will drop several dress sizes. You will be much smaller than you are today. And, a lot of people are going to tell you that on keto that you have to go in and you have to do, um, you know, what do all these expensive foods that you have to go to special stores. I didn't do any of that. I didn't do the cage-free eggs. I didn't do the cage-free chicken. I didn't do the what is that stuff that they sell at Whole Foods? Oh God. Oh God, they tell you that these veggies are not vegan. I can't think of the word, but you guys know what I'm talking. I didn't buy any of that extra stuff. I didn't buy the special butter. I went to regular stores and I bought regular food. I decided that they said that, if you buy the cage free and all of those items that cost much more, that, you know, it would be a cleaner version of keto. And who knows, maybe I could have lost much more weight and maybe I would have lost it even faster. But I wanted to make this process easy for me. I wanted to make this process something that I could sustain. And so rather than making it difficult and much more expensive than I felt it had to be, because I don't really trust all of that stuff when they say that, this orange is what do they call that word? You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna think of it in a minute, but at Whole Foods, it's a regular orange and it's organic. Okay, yeah, I think that's the word. I did. Who was the organic police? I don't know these organic people, and why do I need to be paying extra for organic or farm raised? A farm raised steak is I couldn't do it, you guys. So I ate the regular version of butter, the regular version of eggs, the regular version of everything, and I was fine now. I'm not saying that that's if that's going to be sustainable for you, absolutely. I was strict on what I ate. I did not eat anything outside of the perimeters of keto within that first 5 months. And I think that that was the most important thing that, pushed me to be so successful on keto. I think that factor was much more important than anything else that I did during that time. Was I was consistent, and I believe that once you begin to see the results, when you start, you look down at yourself and you're like, oh my God, I am losing weight, because you are going to recognize it. You are going to see, those pants are going to start getting looser on you. Those buttons, everything is literally going to begin to fall off of you. That was my experience. Literally, everything was falling off of me. I mean, it was everything, because you lose weight. And again, I did not, that first 5 months, I never went to a gym. I never lifted a weight. I never walked I never did anything but moderate and learn keto and learn my body. And I listened to my body. You do the exact same. I, again, I made this video because there seemed to be a lot of interest in this topic, and I know that for me, and just for women of my age group, women period, and not just women, anybody who wants to lose weight, this has helped so many people. When I went on, I can think of 10 people who lost in excess of 50 pounds after they saw my journey. They saw my success, and of course everybody wanted to know what I was doing. At least, yes, in my life I saw at least 50 people lose over, no, I'm sorry, at least 10 people lose over 50 pounds. And you have to be consistent though. This is not a diet. This is a new way of eating, and if you look at it that way, um, it's sustainable. Here I am all these years later, and I've maintained this weight loss even into my 60s. I'm 63 years old, and this all started when I was 55. So um, I started this video wrong. I should have introduced myself. My name is Gwen, and I am so glad that you watched this video, and I hope that I've answered a lot of the questions that you guys had for me in the previous video. Um, and just to kind of, if there are any other questions that you guys have, just put them in the comments, and I will be happy to make another video and answer any questions that I can for you guys. Um, and at this is the time in the video, like I always say, I started this channel because um, I was grieving the loss of my mother. I lost her over the holidays, and I kind of always knew that I would eventually get around to doing this. But there was another creator, his name is Dante London, and he said, hey, just get on here and start making videos because YouTube is on easy mode. Dante London was absolutely right. I made my first video on New Year's Day, and YouTube has changed my life already. I am having the time of my life. And so, if you are someone at home sitting on your sofa right now, you are watching this video and you have thought, hey, you know what? That's something that I want to do. Or you have thought, you know what? Wow, Gwen is absolutely right. She says this in these videos, and I got to get going with this. Yes, you have got to get going. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Today is the day to do it. Just get up, turn that camera on, turn it around towards you, and whatever your story is, whatever it is that you like to do, I'm waiting to hear it. YouTube is waiting to hear it. This platform right now is on easy mode. Yes, you heard me. It is on easy mode, and I don't know how long it's going to be on easy mode, but it is, in fact, on easy mode. I have over 2,000 subscribers. Yeah, me, a 63-year-old YouTuber. In less than 2 months, I have attracted over 2,000 subscribers. And I want to thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. I love and adore you. You guys are amazing. And I am so grateful that you guys are here. But again, if you've thought about becoming a YouTuber, now is the time, and I encourage you to do so. Um, there was a time when I only watched vloggers and large channels. I watch small channels now. When I turn on YouTube, that's what comes across my feed because I'm a small YouTuber, and we're creating a community of small YouTubers who support one another. So don't be afraid. I'm here and I'm going to watch your video, and several other small YouTubers are going to encourage you and watch your videos. And when I say encourage you, these people are really, really friendly. So if you are sad, if you are lonely, if you are depressed, YouTube can be your answer. Again, thank you so much for watching my video, and keep coming back. I need you.